Hello, this is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan, Google Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. Alright. You probably realized that, music was just not playing, and that's just because, today, nothing is working. My computer's not working, and I'm probably not going to be able to post this podcast until later over the weekend, because nothing's just working here. So, if this comes on Sunday or something, and I'm telling you something that doesn't matter anymore, just remember this is on Friday. It's not on the weekend or anything. Alright, so a Giannis-less Bucks took a 3-2 lead. And like I said, I just think the Bucks are better, even without Giannis. They're just a deeper team, and they're more experienced, and they're just stronger, bigger. For me, though, if they were in the finals, there's just too many question marks for me. I think the Suns would win. It's tough. Because I think I don't know. I think the Suns are going to win, though. Because I know what I'm getting with the Suns. I know Booker's going to be the main scorer. I know CP3 is going to distribute. I know that, the role players are going to contribute. I know DeAndre Ayton's going to be down low. With the Bucks, I don't know. I don't know if, Middleton might pop, or he might play terribly. Giannis might pop, or he'll be average. I just think there's too many questions, for the Bucks for me to say that they're going to beat the Suns, if they go to the finals. They might lose to the Hawks, so you never know. But I think they win the series, and they go on and probably, I think I'm going to say they lose to the Suns. Alright, so the Heat and the Mavericks will apparently make a hard push for Kawhi in free agency. And, last time, what makes it entertaining when Kawhi's a free agency? Or when he requests a trade or something? It's the fact that he is such an enigma, you don't know what's going to happen. He's unpredictable. Last time he was in free agency, and I learned my lesson. Last time he was in free agency, I listened to the reports that he's going to lean towards going to the Lakers. I listened to the reports. And he went to the Clippers. So this time, I'm just going to listen to my gut. And, my gut was saying he'd stay with the Raptors. I was learning about that anyway. It's just that he's such an enigma, and it's interesting, I've always said this, quiet people are interesting. Because I'm a little more quiet, and I've always said, quiet people are interesting. Kawhi is interesting. When he's in free agency, you don't know what he's going to do. And 2019 proved it. Everyone was so sure he's going to the Lakers, and then, Chris Broussard, who is actually normally a reliable source, was saying the Clippers were out. So, you never know with Kawhi. That's why it's entertaining. You never know. And I've heard that, I think the Maverick just hired, an assistant guy that knows Kawhi very well and, gets along with him very well. The thing is, you never know what Kawhi's thinking. With the Spurs, I thought he was fine. I thought everything was good with the Spurs, and all of a sudden he requested trade. It's just he does a lot of things very suddenly. And I don't know if it's actually sudden. In his mind, probably it's not sudden, but to a lot of other people, it's oh, whoa, wait, you want out? And he's yeah, thought that was obvious. No, Kawhi, we don't know. You just, you never know with Kawhi at all. It's very hard to get a read on him. I'm going to try. I'm going to throw out predictions for free agency. If Kawhi goes in, because he can decline a player option. So it's not even a sure thing that he's going to be in free agency. He can just decline a player option. All right. So the AFC West was ranked as the best division quarterback-wise by CBS Sports. Now, I think that's true, out of all the divisions, I think it's definitely one of the AFC or NFC West. Because you got Mahomes, best quarterback in the league. Herbert, he's going to be one of the best in the league. Carr, top 12. Then you have Drew Lock. But they're pretty stacked all around. Then with the NFC West, you got Wilson, top 5. Stafford, top 10 probably. Murray, emerging. Then Garoppolo, who is capable of winning a Super Bowl. So you can debate the two. Every other division, they have one good quarterback or more, Like NFC South. You got Brady. Then you have Matt Ryan, Other than that, you got Winston, who's probably top 20 or something. And then you have Darnold, So, and we don't know what Darnold. So the only two people are good are Brady and Matt Ryan. Then you have NFC North. NFC North only has one good quarterback, and Kirk Cousins is okay. NFC East might be the worst. Fitzpatrick ain't that good. Jones is a question mark. You got Dak. That's the one guy that you're sure of. Hurts is a question mark. Jones is a question mark. Fitzpatrick's unpredictable. It's definitely one of the AFC West or NFC West, because no other division has 3 good quarterbacks. AFC South, you got Tannehill and maybe Watson. We don't even know if Watson's going to be there. AFC North, you have a declining Ben, and then you have... Actually, AFC North is probably up there, too. You got Burrow, who's probably good. We at least think he is. But, AFC West is probably... NFC and NFC West are the only divisions with 3 good quarterbacks. 3 definitely good quarterbacks. Not a question mark. All right, so... Sprinter... Sha'Carri Richardson was suspended for 1 month after a positive marijuana test. And, I think, honestly, what she's done well in the situation is she's controlled it very well. She hasn't let it get out of hand by saying anything stupid. She's not saying anything stupid about it. She's owning it and all that, But, this is probably a reasonable solution. I don't really know. I'm not really into this kind of stuff, but, I think she has done a very good job at, handling the situation, but, honestly, I've heard some people say, it doesn't make you run faster or anything, so it doesn't matter, And I can agree. She should be punished. She should be fined, at least, But, I don't know if suspending her for 1 month was a reasonable thing, but, it's... I would suspend someone if they did something that could make them better. Spider tack would be a suspension. Which, clearly, some people used. Especially Garrett Cole. His ERA has dropped by literally 1 run. I don't know. But she's done a great job handling it. Alright. So the Packers roster was ranked the 6th best in the NFL by Pro Football Focus. And, when you have Aaron Rodgers, this is why I think Aaron Rodgers isn't leaving. Because, So I don't think he's leaving, because why would you leave one of the best rosters in the league just because you don't like one guy? And you like Matt LaFleur, too. So, what's the reasoning? So, I mean, I don't know. This is why I think he's not leaving, you know? There's no reason to leave this for, what, Denver? For Denver with Vic Fangio, who probably isn't a good coach at all. Is that why you're going to leave Aaron Rodgers? Like, that's stupid. He's staying. Believe me. Alright, so I'm going to do a game where I tell you if I would trust Chris Paul in the situation or if I wouldn't trust him in the situation. Alright, so would I trust him to make a game winner? No. I would trust him to make the right decision in the clutch, but I wouldn't trust him to make the shot. Because he's like a 15-point game scorer. You know, but he's more of a passer. He's not really like... He's not a shooter in the clutch, especially. You know, I would trust him to make the right decision, but not to make the shot. Alright, would I trust him to guard the best player? No. Because CP3, what he does really well, and why he is one of the most valuable pieces in the league, is he distributes the ball, and passing the ball around gives you great chemistry. You know, when you're not passing the ball, chemistry is going to be a problem. You know, so that's what he does well. I mean, and he makes the right decision in the clutch all the time. His basketball IQ is one of the best ever, you know, but guarding the best player, I don't know if I can trust him with that. Would I trust him to draw a foul in the clutch? Absolutely. He averages 6.5 fouls per game in the playoffs, which and 6.5 drawn fouls in the playoffs, which is the highest among active players. So obviously, I would trust him to draw a foul in the clutch. I think he's really good at that. Would I trust him to take a free throw? In the clutch, or, you know, yes, absolutely. 94% from the free throw line in the fourth quarter, from the free throw line, you know. So, obviously, he hardly ever misses. He's normally a bucket from there. You know, and in the fourth quarter especially. You know, so, like, I mean, I would trust him to take a free throw at any time, especially in the clutch. Would I trust him to lead my franchise? Absolutely. He is the only player with 100 or more assists to 3 different players. He can lead a franchise. And every team he goes to gets better. Every team he's gone to has gotten a higher winning percentage than they had the year before. The Hornets were better. The Clippers got better. Rockets got better. Thunder were supposed to rebuild, but they got better, actually. And then the Suns. So I'd absolutely trust him to lead my team. Would I trust him to mentor a rookie? Yes, because I think he's tough. And a lot of rookies need that. They need someone that can discipline them, you know? So I think he's tough, and I think he... and I think he could, you know, kind of... I mean, I think he can offer great advice. Like, especially with basketball IQ. Like, you don't have to be like Chris Paul, or your whole game revolves around your IQ. Like, you can be like LeBron, where you have the IQ, and, you know, and you can score, and, you know, you can do everything, but, you know, he could let the rookies know that it's not all about passing. CP3 is going to be a Hall of Famer, and he doesn't score much, believe me. All right. Would I trust him to become a coach? Absolutely. You know, he has one of the highest IQs in the league, and he's confrontational. Like, he won't be passive-aggressive. Like, that's something you cannot have in a coach. Like, you can't have a passive-aggressive coach, because your coach has to confront problems, you know? He can't just leave it be. Like, that would be stupid.